And that's a 15-year felony. So if you are found guilty by a jury, you can go to prison for up to 15 years. So, Mr. Musgrove, I know where you're going with this, and none of that is valid. None of that is law.
I'm not the all caps name.
None of that is valid. None of that is law. You are standing in my courtroom. I have jurisdiction over you. Still a crime. Still a crime.
But I'm not
still a crime.
I'm a living person.
Yep, and that's why you're...
We've got a very heated court hearing today with a sovereign citizen who's in for embezzling over $60,000. And of course, instead of owning up, he pulls out the classic sovereign script. But here's the twist, the judge in this one. She's hilarious. Zero patience, razor-sharp comebacks, and she shuts him down at every turn. Honestly, this is one of the funniest sovereign smackdowns I've seen in a while. Let me know what you think of this judge in the comments. And hey, if you're into courtroom chaos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Mr. Dagger Margosian, how do you wish to proceed?
Well, Your Honor, I am aware that Mr. Musgrove wants to present information to the court. I'm happy to be standby counsel if he wants to represent himself. Obviously, this court would have to go through the colloquy of that, but obviously it's Mr. Musgrove's legal right to at least ask the court to do that. So I'm here to observe at this point.
All right. So, Mr. Musgrove, when you were at the bench or up at the podium before, you said that you were appearing on behalf of yourself. So, Mr. Musgrove, are you asking to no longer have counsel represent you?
Well, what I'm understanding is that the court is a private for-profit.
So, Mr. Musgrove, I know where you're going with this, and none of that is valid. None of that is law.
I'm not the all caps name.
None of that is valid. None of that is law. You are standing in my courtroom. I have jurisdiction over you. So
I tried to file paperwork with the clerk's office ahead of time so that you would have time to review it, and they denied me.
I know what you're talking about. None of that is valid under the law of the state of Michigan or the Constitution of the United States of America.
Why do sovereign citizens always bring up the all caps excuse? Like seriously, what does that even mean? How does a case being typed in uppercase letters prove anything? It just makes them look like they Googled sovereign loopholes for 5 minutes and ran with the first thing they found. Honestly, if they're going to argue jurisdiction this way, I'd almost rather they just not show up, save everyone's time, and let the court handle real cases. Am I the only one who finds the all caps thing completely nonsensical? Let me know in the comments while we jump back in.
What do you mean it is?
Well,
the Supreme Court says it is.
What does it say it is?
The Supreme Court says that we were at the age of 18, we were supposed to claim our minor status.
Nope, not valid.
Okay.
So here's what I would say to you. Mr. Dagger Margosian is, like most of our public defenders, exceptional attorneys and very well versed in the law and very experienced. He gives legal advice. You may not like the legal advice, but it's usually good advice. I've never had anyone from the public defender's office not wholeheartedly try to represent their clients. So what you are talking about is not valid, and it is not going to get you out of this case. You're not going to be able to say all those things because it's not valid.
Everyone involved in this court case has a financial interest in the case.
I don't have a financial interest in your case. I get paid by the state of Michigan, whether you plead, whether it gets dismissed. I don't make any money off you. We have budgets. The court system is not a profit-generating revenue. We are here to represent people so that people who are charged with crimes are protected. People who are victims of crimes are protected. And that's why we have all
in
these.
Order for there to be a crime, there has to be a victim. There is no.
Well, there is a victim in this case
the victim would be the company.
You are charged.
I can't
actually. Just hold on. So your crime that you are charged with, which you are innocent as of this time, let me grab the right file, is failure. Oh, this is let me see. This is an embezzlement charge. So you are charged in count one with embezzlement 50,000 or more, but less than 100,000. That being an agent, servant, or employee of Hardwoods of Michigan Industries did convert to your own use without the consent of your employer or principal industrial tools and equipment in the amount of $68,000 $938.40 or money or equipment. And that's a 15-year felony. So if you were found guilty by a jury, you can go to prison for up to 15 years.
Clip 3, and of course, here comes the jury trial request. Sovereign citizens love demanding them, but it never ends well. Watching them go through a jury trial is like watching a train wreck in slow motion. You know it's going to be bad. You just don't know how bad. The jury sits there thinking they're nuts. The judge is out of patience, and the whole thing just collapses. This guy, I'd bet he's staring down the full 15 years. What do you guys think? Does he have any chance in front of a jury? Or is it guaranteed disaster?
With using a computer to commit a crime, to facilitate the charge in count 1, that carries a maximum penalty of up to 10 years in prison. And the way the statute's set up, I can actually stack those possibly. So you potentially could be looking at up to 25 years in prison. So the victim that's alleged in this would be that business.
Right, and I can't face that accuser because that business can't get on the stand for me to ask questions, and a third party.
But their representative can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. So I have 189,000 of student loan debt that was forgiven to be a lawyer. You do not. And Mr. Dagermar goes in, Mr. Isaac Sneed, all of the attorneys here went to law school to know the law, and their job is to advise you of the law. So yes, they can. Yes, you can be charged.
Everything, all the laws and statutes that you guys go by
are legal.
Corporations. They're for
still a crime. Still a crime.
But I'm not
still
a
crime.
Corporation. I'm a living person.
Yep, and that's why you're standing in front of me. If you were dead, the case would be dismissed.
Yeah, the all cap name is dead.
That means nothing. That's not valid. Okay. It's not legal. So, do you want to represent yourself, or do you want to have an attorney to represent you?
I need some time to think.
Okay, I'm going to set this for another pretrial on March 20th at 8:30 in the morning. And Miss Adams, could I get a notice of hearing from Miss?
Honestly, this dude needs to lay off whatever crayon diet he's on before his next hearing. He's digging himself deeper with every word out of his mouth. Judges hate sovereign citizens for exactly this reason. They waste time, argue nonsense, and think they've found some magical loophole that doesn't exist. By the end, I felt like I lost a few brain cells just listening to him ramble. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked if the judge just handed him a permanent courtroom seat with how much of a headache he's causing. But that's a wrap on this hearing. What did you think? Was this guy just your average sovereign citizen? Or was he one of the more ridiculous ones? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you want more insane courtroom moments like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.